Hi!
Aloha.
Hi.
I'm podcasting from my brand new podcast studio in our vast palatial estate. And I am being joined tonight. Oh, by the way, my name is DJ Allen, and this is The Greatest Show, episode 145. I am being joined tonight first by my lovely wife, who is broadcasting from the basement of the Alamo, Trisha.
Yes.
I'm
I
not.
was pretending there was a big delay because of how far down I am and how big our house is.
And we're not in Texas, so figure that one out. I'm also being joined straight out of Compton by the MC Metal Jesus. Metal Jesus.
Hi.
MCMJ.
Yeah.
I'm also not in Compton.
Or Texas.
Right. Yes. So
Yeah.
it's been a really long time since we've had a show.
Yeah.
Christmas kind of slapped me in the face, and then it just held me down and kept punching until I was unable to move. So it's been bad. Very bad.
Yeah. We got like 4 nor'easters over here in New Jersey.
You mean Compton?
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. So well, and our third problem, of course, is that every time I ask for a show, everyone else says no, and then it's just us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, you can see how little I want to talk to him already, so that wouldn't be a good show.
Wow. So I'm surrounded by silverfish. They're going to carry me off because I haven't been in. Well, I killed one.
Maybe
I
once our building is fixed, it'll be watertight.
That's possible. I haven't been in my podcast studio even recording my Spectre shows because of me being so exhausted I didn't want to do it. I should be recording one or two or maybe 3 tomorrow. But I wanted to get a greatest show going so that everybody knew we weren't dead.
Well, as far as we know, we're not dead.
Right?
But are you really alive if other people don't know that you're alive?
It's like Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Ah! Mine. Ah!
I really should have gotten. Maybe you'd have a little bit less interest in it.
You broke up. What color should you have gotten?
Pink. Thought maybe you'd have less interest in a pink one over purple.
I'm pretty much going to play with. I mean, we're going to collect them all, so we're going to have one of every color.
Oh boy.
So
And
yeah,
that is why we don't own a palatial estate.
What is Metal Jesus going to play with when he moves to Portland?
He can get his own. Are you going to swing it around in the air by the neck?
Yeah.
Guitar Wars just doesn't sound the same.
Actually, it sounds more interesting to me.
Yeah, it's called Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands could also be Battle of the Lap Bands, like watching two people shrink from being unable to eat.
Oh my God, that's going to be a TV show.
Boom! Copyright TM DJ Allen.
I was going to say you better lock that down.
2018. Yeah.
That's the new Biggest Loser.
Battle of the Lap Bands.
Oh God.
Hey, they've done weirder stuff.
Hey, Netflix apparently has a show called Nailed It, where it's all lighthearted and fun and stuff, but it's people trying to recreate things that they've seen online. So when you see that meme online that shows you the good and then the terrible one and then it says Nailed It, that's what the show is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably all Pinterest inspired.
Now I'm curious.
So we haven't watched it either, but I heard about it on a podcast finally the other day, and I was like, okay. I wouldn't have given a food show on Netflix a shot because I don't really beyond.
Oh, a food show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just all sorts of things
No.
in general trying to read. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only time I ever watch food shows with her is when we're traveling, and we've got the Food Network. We just kind of turn it on, and 99% of the time it's Guy Fieri going to dive-ins, drivers, and dines.
I guess. I don't know.
Drive-ins and dives.
Okay, yeah, those three.
I think he is available on Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon because I saw his show available on something after we got our new TV.
We need to look up the Portland episode so that we can go to this.
Good point. I never even thought of that.
Yeah. It's awesome. So I know you're all noticing that I got new glasses, except I got exactly the same frame, so you won't notice. Someone else got new glasses too.
Yes, but I went with the invisible.
Yeah. You went with contacts. How can we not notice?
Yeah. Actually, I probably should wear glasses, but I'm too late.
I'm going to give you a vision test right now, Metal. Can you see anything that I'm holding up?
Yes, you had.
Wow.
When we went in to get our eyes checked a few weeks ago to get new glasses, they had us both in the room at the same time, and the lady has both of us take our glasses off, and there's the typical eye chart that starts with that gigantic E at the top on the wall. Mm-hmm. And she says, to DJ, okay, how far down of the lines can you read without your glasses? And he's like, I can read this line, blah, blah, blah. And then she probably can't see any letter on the chart at all because I'm going to ask you to try. I'm like, you're absolutely right. Because my vision is so bad that I literally cannot make out the E on the chart without my glasses.
Yikes.
And with my DJ reading, well, with mine and him with none, we were almost reading the same line.
Oh.
So I kind of blind.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hunter, are you on the Wi-Fi or are you on LTE?
I would like to say that I'm on Wi-Fi. Should I switch?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
And since you can hear us, the reason is it seems like I can hear you talk, and sometimes there's a huge delay, and sometimes you're right on top, and then other times you're catching up real quick. So it's kind of it's just a little weird. So Metal, it's been a while, and have you graduated from college yet?
Yes, I have long since graduated from high school.
That's a Freudian slip there.
Uh-oh.
Have you graduated? Oh my!
Great. Oh, tilt the phone.
Have you graduated from college?
I will be in 6 weeks. So.
Okay. And then you'll be a doctor of what?
Drinking beer.
You'll just have a 4-year degree in something?
Yeah.
I tried to make it sound more prestigious, but then you just went down the alley and you ran into the fence at the end and got out of the car and ran away. Nobody was even chasing you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do like me some beer. I do homebrew, so I've got that going.
Are you still looking to come out here?
I'm just looking for a job at this point because I would definitely like to get out there. I just don't know when, and I need to like save up some money and all that. I need a new car first.
Gotcha. And your degree is going to be in what again? Tech?
Information technology with a minor in comp sci.
Gotcha.
My degree was going to be something business technology, business information.
I have to say,
I
hon,
don't-
you have improved 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, the quality of your video is better. You're right on time. There's no echo. It's that's what I'm saying. It's 100% better.
I'm like, thanks. I mean, you know, I didn't go to college, so cool.
There's DJ's accurate and impeccable timing. I have to find something for my feet so you two can talk amongst yourselves for a bit.
The cat's trying to get in your door. Like she can't figure out the path around to get into their room.
Well, why business?
So how's business?
Yeah, well, why business at college?
Oh, yeah. I was going to a private business school and they embezzled money and got closed down 6 months after I started. So
Well, I was not expecting that.
in that window. Yeah, so neither were the people that were like on the verge of graduating or the ones who had their names forged and student loans taken out in their names.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, they were some shady people. When I started going to school there, they wanted me to take out a student loan. And I told them I don't need one. I have the cash. You just need to send me a bill. And they wouldn't do it. And every day they would call me into the office and harass me to get a student loan. And I kept telling them no. And a few months later, that's when we finally realized why that was happening.
Yeah.
And
The shitty part is she was issued a laptop and we gave it back right before the news dropped. If we'd have just kept it, it'd have been ours.
it was crappy. I mean, I don't even remember there being color graphics on it.
Wow.
I mean, I think it was Windows, it would have been Windows 95, I'm sure. Because, I mean, it was 1997, so.
Yeah. Wow.
But it would have been a start. Hi, viewer.
Yeah, it would have been a start. Actually, I had a better computer. I had a tower that my dad built me.
Yeah, I remember that one. You know, I'd click a website and then I'd go make some food and take a nap and take a crap and then it would be loaded.
Yeah,
But that was the whole internet.
yeah, that was the internet itself. That was, yeah.
And I know I wrote a short story on that computer and I could never find it. I saved it, but I didn't know where it was saved. It was unsearchable. No good.
Weird.
Yeah, I have a kid.
That hard drive is definitely long gone. Oh, while we're on here, I'll say happy anniversary to my brother and his wife Mary. It's their 1-year wedding anniversary today.
Happy anniversary, Mary and brother.
Yeah, brother Eric. I can
Eric.
tell you his name. Yep, they're out celebrating on some sort of vacation somewhere. to entertain us, DJ. No, not stop. Never mind. Sorry, I asked.
Well, I was trying to think if the viewer wanted to interact with us. I haven't gotten the page up, but I could open up.
What is it?
tlk.io/thegreatestshow, all one word. Baby kitty mama.
All right. Okay, so it looks like the two of us are online.
Are we?
No, not you.
Oh. You and the... Oh.
Me and HMJ.
That's that's HMJ there.
Kevin, the other Kevin said that he was going to be in Portland next weekend. Because there's a video game or a game convention. That thing he mentioned in the chat, asked if we were going to be there. It's not in the usual locations that I do most of my volunteering at. It's at a hotel on a beach in North Portland on an island. And it's like not on my normal, I can get there, but it's like an hour and a half on the bus. So.
All right.
Yeah. I try to.
Now I'm here.
Yes, you are.
So for the viewer, if you want to chat with us, we are on tlk.io/thegreatestshow. And Trisha should have it up the whole time. I have to open my phone for it, so we'll go with that. But when you kept adding parameters on that made me think of the Brad Neely George Washington song. And we once held an opponent's wife hand in a jar of acid at a party.
Can't say I know the song, but
you haven't listened to the George Washington rap?
Oh God.
No.
I'm going to give you a link when this show is over, and you're going to watch it, and then you're going to be able to laugh with me a lot.
Okay.
It's wicked. It's wicked old at this point, but it's totally worth it still. I go back and listen to it every once in a while.
Nice.
And I listen to it whether I want to or not, once in a while.
Because I sing it back a lot.
A lot.
Is it one of those epic rap battles of history?
No.
It's
basically Brad Neely is he's an artist and animator, but he also did videos and stuff first, and then Cartoon Network hired him to do China, Illinois.
All right.
So if you like the Washington rap thing, basically it's I kind of equate it to a bunch of poorly drawn sticky notes as the video, and then the song is just a song. So when you watch it, you're going to have to watch it and listen to the lyrics, because you're going to be dying of laughing so hard that you're going to be crying. Then you're going to go back and watch it for the video stuff.
All right.
And then after that, I got other videos to recommend for you from him.
Nice. Send more.
We're going to start with the Washington rap, though.
All right.
Oh, baby kitty. Baby kitty is being lulled to sleep by her daddy.
I tried to hold her like that earlier today, and instead of just falling back upside down into my arm, she kind of rolled over my arm into her cat tree. It's like she thought I was trying to get rid of her or something, and I wasn't.
I don't really want to sit with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you done anything fun recently, Metal?
I played a game of Eldritch Horror, the Fantasy Flight Lovecraft game.
Well, is that video or is it like a board?
board game.
Okay.
And I had made the mistake of getting all the expansions along with it at the time and putting them all together without learning the rules first.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, some mistake.
And I've been told, like I have the Arkham Horror one. I've been told that if there are expansions, make sure that I know what belongs to what, because setting it up takes a long time, but tearing it down takes like 4 times that. And if you put an extra expansion on that, that takes like 8 times that. So you might be there taking it down for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, after I finished the game, I put everything into its own little separate container, like all the different parts in its own pack and whatnot. So it's kind of organized now,
Okay.
but definitely a nightmare of a game.
I've been jonesing to role play recently,
Okay.
and I got nobody to play with. Like our green team game, we did
Yeah.
the one episode, and that was it.
Yeah,
Yes.
what? When can we start that back up?
As soon as we can convince Dumb and Dumber to join us. Problem with that is Dumber. I'm not sure which one is which. The problem is Bob's got his work schedule so jacked up. He doesn't. And anytime he's got time off, he just wants to hang out with the family, which I completely understand, because that's all I want to do when I'm not working is just not work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I know. Or make dog treats.
I like making dog treats, and at this point, you just need to teach me how to make the tug toys, and then you've got a production machine in front of the TV.
Well, I was hoping you would help me with them the other night when I told you I could really use some help, but you didn't.
Well, but I was doing something else when you asked me.
Were you?
Yeah, because I was like,
Okay.
okay, well, when I'm done with this, I'll no problem. I think I was rounding the corners for you.
No, we were in bed. We were listening to the audiobook.
No, that when you asked me to do
Oh.
it, we were initially on the couch. Which, by the way, Metal, do you notice that I'm sitting on the green couch?
Oh,
I see it.
So we got a couch to
I
replace
can.
this couch, and she will show you. I'll put the video on her so that I'm not being seen the whole time. But her chair is so awesome because it reclines that I decided I wanted a couch for both of us that reclines. And
So that was my lazy boy recliner that I would always sit in.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, now I got to move some stuff out of the way.
Oh, and that reminds me, I know what you're moving, so I can tell them about that too.
Oh, so now we kind of have a double chair with cup holders in the middle,
Yeah.
but both sides recline, and then there's a little console in the center with cup holders and
A cubby.
a cubby. And then on the sides where the controls are, there's a USB port
Nice.
so we can charge devices. But yeah, my back is at the point where I can't sit on that green couch ever. So we needed to get something better.
Oh,
This
I
week is also a year since I hurt my back
Yeah.
again.
So I wanted to do something unique for her birthday this year.
I gotta go grab that now too.
So what I didn't want to just do it because I wasn't sure she was going to be 100% into it. But, I got a complete set thing from the Mysterious Package Company, and then I also subscribed to a mystery so that we would get multiple mailings instead of just the one. So did you grab both of them or just the one?
I grabbed both.
So show the Gods of Madness, which is it's a complete it's a complete pack. Everything for that is in that box. And I wanted to do one of those just to see what kind of stuff was in it, and that's a list of everything that was in it on the flap there. And then, like, one of the things is that newspaper, and all the stories in that newspaper are real.
Really?
Yeah. So the cover story is about an insane asylum that burns down.
All right. Huh.
Yeah, and I won't spoil it for anybody that wants to read all that stuff. So I'm not going to go into depth. But everything in that newspaper is real, and you get we got some stickers, and
This is a cookbook.
got a cookbook.
Gruel Intentions.
Nice.
And we have a couple of things to build. We've got, yeah. Well, I don't know how to make that make sense, but we have this other thing that we're going to build out of paper.
Oh.
That seems like that's going to be excessively complicated, but I think we're going to have a fun time making it.
Yeah, and then like he said, there were some stickers in here which are labeled, where are they?
Something like tinctures or
Like pharmaceutical labels, pill and tinctures that originated in a Victorian pharmacy lost to time.
and that's and like I said, that's a complete set box. Oh, go ahead.
One diagnostic tool.
It's a fridge magnet, basically.
Space to personalize the head with attributes and traits of the chosen individual. Wet erase marker compatible. And then there's this collectible metal reproduction of a 3,500-year-old obelisk, one of Cleopatra's Needles, that once guarded the temple of Ra Atum in Inu.
Nice.
So it's metal. It's very heavy.
Yeah.
And then there's a pin in here, like a an enamel pin. Yeah, it's stuck to the box, which is why I'm not showing you. Can you see it? Okay, because I can't see the phone. So okay, there you go.
Leave not the hot foot Hank, but the other thing. Leave out that I'm gonna go get it and we'll build it on the air.
Okay.
And then Trish will show you the first mailing of her multi-week mystery, the pieces in a second here, while I go out and get the other thing.
All right.
Okay. So this envelope came for me in the mail the other day from Buffalo, New York. Oh, sorry, I had it upside down. Okay, from Buffalo, New York. And I open it up, and there's all this stuff in here. And there is a letter addressed to me.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I open this letter written to me, and it says basically that some people acquired a vault or something, and there was a bunch of stuff in an account there that was just sitting doing nothing, and it says further instructions indicated that the contents should be sent to me. So he put this stuff together and he sent it to me, and even though he wasn't supposed to, according to his new boss or whatever, and yeah, so and he wouldn't put his name because he said he's doing this against the wishes of his new employer. Okay. So then I get this packet of stuff here, and I've got a let's see, where is the front? This is a blueprint to a house in London from like the 1800s. It's just it's way too big to show you. But and it's got where's the handprint? Because there's like a bloody handprint on it.
Yeah.
and I have an old photo from the late 1800s, and from a funeral, the little document on the person, and then there's some pieces of paper that are ripped out of some books, and like this one you can't even make out.
Yeah.
And so I've got all these pieces, and then this one looks like it's even written on wallpaper.
Yeah.
And then there's these letters that are in here sent to somebody as well, and a chunk of hair.
Wow.
And all of that is we won't reveal any of that, and for anyone that might want to investigate this particular mystery, but it's been awesome so far, and we haven't hardly gotten anything yet.
All right.
And then it has a page from of people who were, or of kids who were given to an orphanage. It's got a list of people from 1881, and what I really liked with this one is this was like a foreclosure notice for a house,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually looks like they ripped it off of a, stapled to a door.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because it's got the marks on the top and everything. So, and then this creepy drawing of it from a kid that says G is for goblin, and then there's more on it, and
Huh.
and
Yeah.
it's all like wrinkled and browned and old, and
Yeah.
and the mystery thing to us at this point is like this little sort of code down here.
Mm-hmm.
We found those on multiple pages,
Yeah.
but we have no idea of what they are at this point. We really have no way to decipher it.
We believe that they're going to be expounded upon in future mailings.
Yeah.
All right.
So
and of course the content that we've gotten in the letters and the foreclosures and stuff like that is also, I would also say that if you were in a quiz show, this is the stage where the questions are so early, there's no way you're going to get them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's my
Definitely looks cool.
yeah. Well, I've been telling DJ for a while that I really want to do one of those escape rooms. I'm guessing you have those out there too.
Yeah. They're all
And-
around the country, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, they probably are, except for where we come from. But they're all over Portland.
all right.
And anyways, I keep wanting to do an escape room. And so I think that gave DJ the idea of doing, well, you knew about this mystery company a long time ago, but maybe that more made you realize that I might like it.
Well, and with the mystery, I suppose I can take the thing off. The mystery company thing, when I was on Facebook all the time, I was seeing ads for it all the time, and I'll expound on that Facebook thing later. So I kind of went to the website, joined, and then basically gave the offer of, how would you like this to be your birthday present? And I kind of pre-selected what I wanted to get her, and then she chose the one that I wanted to get her as I read the description. So I think that I can say that I know my wife pretty well.
I hope so.
I mean, I think we have been together a while.
Now, these things aren't super cheap, but so I mean, I wouldn't get them constantly, but this is definitely something, for instance, I would get myself for my birthday next. And then, we can do this periodically, and, maybe not just for the birthdays and whatnot, but I mean.
Well, and you can always wait until they're the kind that they're going to retire or something and they get really cheap.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they got, so they're about to retire a couple, and the the note on the retiring ones is get $100 off, and I'm like, oh, if I hadn't just bought this.
What's the company that does that?
The Mysterious Package Company. Now, they're not the only ones, but they're the best known and most well advertised. Because I actually did a search for the rest of them, and that's how that figured. So I'm going to bring the camera to me, and since I just finished putting this together, no, this is going to be rough with the light.
You need like a light shining into it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
so you know what? Here, I know how to fix that. All right. Hey, let's put the flap of my phone over it. So. Yeah, there's
it's 3D.
Yes. So there's a lot of people doing all kinds of weird stuff in there, and I'm not going to be able to do much very good, but I kind of put the things in order of the way I think they should have gone, but thankfully the tabs are at such a spot where only certain ones will go in certain positions, so they basically did it for me.
Well, that was smart.
Yeah, this is the outside of the theater, and all the tabs have a background to go in with it. So, I mean, if we fold them over and glue them, they're good. And then the very back panel has a stage door exit.
Neat.
Yeah, so that'll be fun to play with or display now that it's been created. But yeah, that's it's totally worth it. And we have asked some people, or I have asked some people to be in the escape rooms with us. I've gotten kind of there's no in between. It's a yes, I want to do that, or no, I'm completely uninterested in that. And honestly, I thought that the person that absolutely gave me the coldest shoulder on it was one of the ones that would absolutely have gone for it. So I was a little weirded out by that, but that's how they wanted to play it.
But I'm sure if you've looked into the escape rooms at all, if they need 10 people, or if like 10 people are supposed to be in it at once, you don't have to supply the 10 people. You'll get put in with strangers.
All right.
So, I mean, if your friends suck, I guess that's a good thing.
I just realized that I put the front is on backwards or upside down, so I have to take all the tabs out.
Yeah. Oh, my little birdie button, he doesn't have a foot. He's missing his foot.
No.
He's like the pigeon over by the Mac stop that doesn't have a foot.
Aw.
Yeah, our pigeons are in some bad shape over here. They're some tough little guys.
In conjunction with these mysterious mailings, one of the things I wanted to do and have never gotten around to was to do some sort of weird mailing where I mailed you something random as if I was in the past telling you about my life, but not to tell the present me. And we could have fun with stuff like that, but I haven't had the time to craft the story I wanted to tell, and work's just been kind of hectic, and I never got around to it, and all kinds of other stuff. But I mean, now that this package company thing has happened, I'm kind of reinvigorated to come up with something.
All right.
And you had mentioned one of the packages gets cops called. Tell him that story.
So when you're a member, because you can't see any of these things without being a member. And I don't know if it's just a thing they say is join to, not everybody gets accepted is what they say, but I don't know. Anyway, in the membership area where you order the actual products, they give you kind of a description, a non-spoilery description.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get warnings like if the person you are sending this to is easily disturbed by graphic and weird stuff like Cthulhu type stuff, don't send them this. And then you get there was one of them that flat out, it said a warning like that, and then it said, "This one has had enough. Please let the person know who's getting this that it's coming, because we have had the police called on this one."
Really?
Yes.
Which one's that?
I'd have to look on the website, and it might not even be available very long or anymore. But I can kind of look it up here as soon as I get done taking this thing apart.
All
Well,
right.
and one of them, I think it's the one that we ordered. Possibly, didn't it ask if I was allergic or had sensitivities to lavender or something?
Yeah, there was a don't give this to someone who is allergic to who has allergens, and then in parentheses for me, the orderer, saying it's dried lavender. Don't send anybody that has a lavender allergy.
All right.
Yeah, they're kind of neat. Oh, I was going to look up. Hey, the camera's been on me the whole time. Shame on me. All right, I'll look up the. Whoa there. Pardon me.
Do you have a Dutch Brothers coffee place out there?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, they're amazing. Like, moving here just for Dutch Brothers is worth it.
Well, pulling up the website now, so.
I mean, we didn't have one in North Dakota either. I think it's probably a West Coast type thing too.
Nope.
Okay, I found it first click, just based on the names. You want to know the name of it?
What?
The mailing is called The Weeping Book, and here is the warning. The Weeping Book is a very intense horror experience. It is not appropriate to send to anyone who might be sensitive to disturbing material, and is recommended for those 16 and older. Some recipients have become alarmed enough to contact law enforcement.
Wow.
So, and each adventure has a different number. The price is based on how many mailings there are. So the one that Trisha's getting is, I believe, 3 letters and the ending crate, and then there's going to be another mailing basically stating that I sent this as a gift with a message that I put in. The Weeping Book looks like it has 1 letter and the crate. So it's far more inexpensive. And there's a couple of adventures that are on the while supplies last, so they've got the $100, $100 off type thing going.
Yeah.
I'm interested in them, but having just bought that one, I don't really want to jump into into another one before we get done with this one. So it's unfortunate, but maybe I can look at the spoilers now, because they also give spoilers. So if I'm curious as a sender, if I order one for you and I want to know what kind of stuff is in it, there's a spoilers button, and then I can see in a description and look at all the contents.
All right.
So, yeah.
Hi, kitty kitty.
I'm very interested in getting back into my bullet journal role-playing game, because I want to do the second version of it, but I can't get any time to sit down and write the damn rules. I did put out a quote-unquote beta version, but I'm actually going to be changing that because I have come up with a couple of different things that need to be added and need to rewrite it. So I just need time.
Yeah. Now, do you have it up on like a Google Drive, or?
If you go to my website, you can download the
Kitty.
original Bujo RPG for free in PDF format and use that completely without anything else. You don't need anything else. I do have a template for it, which is wuxia based, which is Chinese martial art movie-esque stuff.
Yeah.
And I was going to start releasing other templates, but if I can't even get time to release a rule set, when am I going to have time to release other templates? So that's also been kind of put on hold. But I used to have people emailing me all the time with, hey, I'd like to do this, or hey, I'd like to do that. And then it'd be, I would love to include that. Let me see what I can do. And then, of course, I haven't gotten any chance to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go get a drink. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So for those watching at home and watching me struggle with the little tabs again, the theater is now in the correct orientation. And I love the three-dimensionality of it. It's absolutely awesome.
There's a lot of the geeky craft shows that I'm parts of or at Comic-Cons and stuff. People do perler bead art, but they do it in layers in like a shadow box.
I don't remember where I got it from, but in high school's art class, I had come into a box full of glass plates. Now, not plates as in like you eat off, but like square
I know.
chunks of. Yeah.
They were in our garage forever.
So, and I wanted to make three-dimensional paintings so that you could look through, like the back had one, like the full scene, so you couldn't see through the back one. And then on top was like the rolling hills and a couple of birds. And then the very front one, 2 or 3 or 4 deep. And I only ever made 2 landscapes of them. And I don't remember. I know that we got rid of the glass, but I don't remember if we tried to sell it or if we just tried to recycle it.
I think we tried to sell it at like a rummage sale or maybe online or something. And I don't know if it ever worked.
It was a great. I mean, it was this concept. It was just with glass, and it was painting. And I was trying to figure out how to connect the glass, but the very first landscape I did, the paint actually stuck it all together. And it never got apart. Great.
Yeah, I bet.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I try, be friendly and awesome. You know how that is.
Yeah. So you said you had the Arkham Horror?
Yes, the Arkham Horror. Yeah, I bought Arkham Horror because it was in the game shop in Bismarck that we went to a lot, and I really wanted it because I'd seen it played, and I wanted a Cthulhu game. It was on the expensive side, as you would know.
Yeah.
And I want more versions of it, but I can't afford to do that. Plus, we've only played it like 3 times because it's so long to set up. It takes up so much room, and it takes so long to tear down.
Yeah.
And we have a cat.
Well, there's the cat problem too. So,
Yeah.
Metal, when you move here and you bring all your Arkham Horror games, we'll play them with you.
You know how many Arkham Horror games I have?
A lot.
A bookshelf full?
2 bookshelves worth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I have 61% battery left.
Do you need a battery? Wait, on what?
My computer.
Oh.
The device with which is being broadcast. Because I started at 100% and now it's 61, sorry.
Is the outlet close enough to you?
Oh yeah, I got the cord for that is completely close enough. I could come out and get the cord. I might do that in a few minutes. I'll wait till it gets a little lower.
Because I'm using my phone to do the video, and I've got an external battery hooked up to it. And so I'm working on my computer.
I've never broadcast without a battery, without the plug-in before, so this is a brand new experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it's because I'm running video.
Mm-hmm. You could always turn the brightness down on your screen. That might make it last a little bit longer, too.
That's true. Metal, if I decided to just run you through a role-playing game, would that interest you?
I'd be down.
Because, I mean, my solution to my role-playing issue right now is literally solo role-playing. By that, I mean me running myself through a game.
So, fan fiction.
Well, what?
So, fan fiction.
No,
Fan fiction?
no. Decisions would there would be surprises, so there would be random things happening, but decisions would be made by roll. So it would be, you know, like the Mythic Game Master engine, which is the gaming engine I was thinking of using. Basically, the premise of that is let's say I'm playing my vampire with myself. I don't go into situations and ask questions where I wouldn't naturally.
God damn it, Kat.
Where I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go into a vampire's club and ask questions that would be completely out of character for a club. So, like, I wouldn't walk in and say, "Are there guns lining the walls?" Well, there's a 50% chance that that's going to be a yes, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to solve a mystery, so I'm digging through the prince's drawers. I'm not going to ask, is the solution to this puzzle in the middle drawer right underneath the pens?
Well, that's specific.
It's got to be reasonable, and the more likely it is, the more chance of success there is. So I mean, there's a big table in that I would use, regardless if I'd use the rest of the rules or not. But that was an option. I've got a couple of adventures I was kind of toying with doing, and of course I'm thinking about these in times when I can't do it, and I would like to record the whole experience. So if I have a character that has a conversation with somebody, I'd rather be writing the conversation down the whole time, like this, like keyboard movie hacking.
Yeah.
and record the whole situation, because otherwise it's just me daydreaming with dice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So my brightness issue did not slow the battery drain. So I'm going to go ahead and go get my my power cord. Present keep the fans interested is what I'm saying.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't hear any talking.
Just left.
So our Dutch brothers out here again. Something to move out here for.
All right.
It's like a local coffee chain, and they make the best coffee. And they've got these tiny little kiosks for their stores all over the place. And you drive up to them, and it's like, I don't think you can be over 25 and work there, is what it seems like. And you have to be very energetic and very outgoing and listen to very loud music while you work.
Like Hot Topic for coffee.
Right. There you go. Good point. Yeah. So we like them a whole bunch.
Nice.
You like their ice cream drinks?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I had there. They have my favorite coffee there. The drink is called the Caramelizer, and it's an iced coffee. And I don't know why it's called the Caramelizer, because it's made with chocolate milk. But I don't care either, because it tastes good.
All right.
They put caramel syrup in it.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. I know, because I've watched them do it.
I know I've seen the chocolate milk go in, but I never see much more than that.
That's right, folks. You're witnessing live technical issues.
Oh, got a spot on my glasses. Oh, now I just smeared it around and made it bigger. Damn it.
You store something.
You just thought of something?
Yep. Have you ever heard of the story of Old Man Henderson?
Maybe? Question mark.
All right. It's also read by the guy that that did the video that I just sent you.
Okay.
Old Man Henderson is about how a player basically won Call of Cthulhu game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hysterical, and I think you should like listen to all of it through the end. But I highly recommend it.
Okay. Okay. We'll definitely give that a shot. Hey, with the last one you shared, it gave me a description of what it was, and this one it just shows me the link. That's all right.
Let's apply all required attributes.
So I want to modify the adventure gaming engine or the Age system from Green Ronin.
All right.
I like Titan's Grave, but I want to make it basically I want to make Future Age. I want to take one of my fiction properties and port it into a role-playing system so that the playable races are options. You'll have maybe I use something else for the spaceship combat type stuff. But basically I want to open up. I want this world to have multiple facets. So I will be writing fiction for one facet. I want to be running a sim, so like what ObsidianFleet.net does for Star Trek.
All right.
With the ship, and they run adventures. And then I would like to have a role-playing aspect, like dice rolling role-playing, so that this is being fleshed out rapidly and fully. So, I mean, I like the Age system because it only requires 3 6-sided dice.
Yeah, simple, but it works. So
yes, I'm not super intimately familiar with it, but I've got no pressing deadline to achieve learning the system, so there's that. But I want to create this property. It happens on a different planet in a different galaxy, and it's got a storyline that is linked to almost everything else that I've got rolling around in my head for properties.
all right.
I think you would enjoy it.
All right. I'm intrigued. So, I know the Age system has like elves and dwarves and all that baked in. Would those guys be poured over, or would they be reskinned?
They would be the only species that is in my creation is human. That would be able to be brought over straight over.
All right.
I'm going to use the way they created the elves and the orcs and all the other stuff to do my other species. And rather than give you the names and get into long, deep, complicated explanations, just know that there's an easy way to explain it for basically the species for dummies, and then there's the proper explanation. Because each one, unlike your typical fantasy realm, it's not orcs hanging out here and trolls hanging out here and they hate everybody. No, these species have had thousands and thousands of years to integrate, and they are no longer, there's no speciesist xenophobia going on. I'm a member of the Red House, and that Red House has got orcs and trolls and elves and all and humans and everybody. It's got dragons and wyverns, and we all belong to it. We don't care what each other are. We all support the Red House.
All right. So it's not more factionalism than speciesism.
When I want to, if you are going to be playing in this, when I want to do this, they have achieved space travel, and they have also mastered this energy that nobody is aware is happening that can allow you to go faster than light. Although, because they don't have coordinates for anywhere, they haven't really left their system a whole lot because they don't want to end up in a star when they come out on the other end.
Yeah.
So there's things like that going on, but there's extra galactic things going on. There's extra system things going on. There's even internal planetary stuff going on because there's, unlike Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever, this isn't a monoculture. There are multiple spacefaring factions coming from the same place.
All right.
And very few of them like each other.
Gotcha. Oh.
So, yeah, there's the whole thing going on. And I don't mind telling you when we're off the air, but I don't want to try to explain everything to everybody and have somebody latch on to something and then pull the rug out from underneath me.
Gotcha.
Or get someone else really bored.
Oh, like get my wife totally bored.
Yeah, bored.
Yeah. So it sounds like I could run you through some sort of role-playing experience, and we'd be cool with that.
I'd be down.
And with only one player, that would make my life infinitely more easy, because then it's not, how do I entertain 4 people, or how do I entertain 5 people? How do I keep the focus going back and forth? It's just you.
All right.
And because I'm twisted and sick like that, I would want to record the whole thing and put it out as a podcast.
All right. And why? Thumbs up have been my thing, so.
And hell, maybe we can get enough other people interested, because I know that the actual play podcasts I listen to, I'm constantly telling them, God, I would really love to be playing that game, mainly because you're playing a game, and I'm not. But they get asked all the time if people can jump in, and they're like, you guys have to understand that you would throw off our dynamic because we all know each other and we don't know you. We like you, but we don't know you.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand.
What group is this? Knights of the Night?
There's Knights of the Night. Fear the Boot started putting out an actual play. Actually, they're getting ready to put out a second actual play also. Well, actually, they've got 3 going, I think, right now. But if you go to ap.feartheboot.com, you will find the feed for that. I've already subscribed to it. The actual play they started with is Dan's Skies of Glass campaign.
All right.
It's a post-apocalyptic setting. I was interested in it because Dan puts a hell of a lot of thought into everything, and I was really interested to see where things were going. So they have gotten X number of episodes into that. Chad from Fear the Boot is also doing something called The Adventures of something and Holt. Howdy and Holt or something. I don't know. It's a Western, and I don't care. He's done several episodes of that, though, and I delete them every time they pop in because I have no interest in Westerns.
Why? I don't know, but...
And then they're getting ready to start. They put out one episode, basically the 0 session of BattleTech that they're going to start doing. And I'm really happy about that because I've really been interested in BattleTech.
All right. Actually, apparently a new BattleTech video game's coming out soon. Always in the works. If you're into the whole video game thing.
Well, listening to this 0 session, I knew that the world was like the world/history was vast. I did not realize the depth of what's going on. So I'm going to need them to kind of flesh an era out for me, because they're going to play in as basically they all talked about when they wanted to be, and they narrowed it down and boom, this is the era they're going to play in. So I want to listen to how that goes, because I mean, listening to the whole history of everything, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Apparently it's very big, so
they're also doing the video component. Basically, I think they're using Roll20, and I'm just going to listen to the audio. I don't need to see the map combat. I was run through map combat with the promise by the guy who ran me through the map combat that we would also be playing the role-playing element. And then after he ran me and one other guy through the map combat, he prominently announced, I don't really want to do the role-playing part. I just want to do the map combat. And I completely lost interest right there. And I mean, he could see it. My face just went.
Yeah. All right.
And I mean, if I have to choose between the miniature aspect of a game to add to the role-playing or just the role-playing, I'm going to dump the miniature thing every goddamn time.
Yeah.
There's a place for it, sure.
Yeah.
Not with me.
It's not your thing, so.
Yeah, I got role-playing to do. You strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Now, is it true that they've got like a black lightsaber? Or is that just some random BS that I heard?
I don't know if Saberforge, which is the company that makes these, has a means of making the dark saber, I think it's called. If it's not the Clone Wars cartoon, then it's the Rebels cartoon, but I'm pretty sure it's the Clone Wars cartoon. There is a character that actually wields the dark saber, and it's a jet black blade with a glowing white around it. I don't know that anyone could actually pull that off, because I mean, obviously this is what this is a LED light shooting up through a shaft that's designed to capture all the light.
Yeah. All right, so there is like a dark lightsaber. If you will.
The reason I think it's in Clone Wars, the cartoon series, is because somebody obtains it, and then everybody else is like, that's like prophetic, and things are about to happen because somebody with the dark saber found the dark saber, and they're using it to get to this end game. So everybody's trying to get it out of their hands. I only know that much about it. I mean, I never watched the Clone Wars. I mean, I think I got through the first season, but it's on Netflix, or at least it was, and I was watching it.
I've seen it on Netflix, but never watched it myself.
The problem with series like that is that, I mean, Disney's going to put it on their own app pretty soon. But I mean, when they gave it to Netflix, basically it was all but the last season, and then the last season came out, and then it was like, here's the whole thing. Yeah, but I'm 4 years behind, and that's a lot to catch up.
Yeah. How long is the season, though? Is it like a Netflix 10-episode season, or was it like regular TV?
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer to 22 episodes a season.
All right.
So a half-hour episode, 22 episodes, you're looking at 11 hours of TV.
Yeah. So one season a week if you watch it at night.
I mean, or if you get a couple of days off, which I never do, and then just binge the whole thing in one shot.
Yeah.
But that would require me to have more than, I don't know, Sunday off.
Yep.
And somebody willing to let me watch it binge worthy like.
Nope. Just saying.
So I told you all I would get into the Facebook thing here. So anybody that's my friend on Facebook will know that I often get into a tear of rants of all kinds of posts in waves, and I get very annoying, and then I start challenging everybody on their false posting and their bigotry and their terrible Basically, I go in waves of rage, and then every once in a while I'll post something funny.
Yeah.
What I noticed I was doing is that when I'm sitting on the shitter and I have my phone, I end up trying to clear the little red numbers on the Facebook app, but then I end up scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I spend, if I intend to just clear the number and then get out, which should take a minute, I end up spending 15 to 30 minutes on Facebook when I just wasted a bunch of time. So the other day, about a week ago, hon, is that right? Maybe a 2?
I would have said like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, it's been longer than 3 days.
Okay.
So let's just say a week. About a week ago, I deleted the Facebook app and the Google Plus app off of my phone. Not off of anything else, just off of my phone.
All right.
As a result, I've been happier. I'm not annoyed. I'm not wasting time on Facebook. I'm not seeing a little red number that's taunting me. I popped in the other day, and I had 29 notifications, checked them out. Most of them were not worth my time checking out. When I opened it tonight to post the link on Facebook, I had 27 notifications. I popped them open. Nothing requires my immediate attention. I'm just a lot happier.
Yeah.
I suggest everyone does this.
Yeah. I've stopped posting to Facebook. Only reason why I keep it is to message people that I know in different states, like you, or my cousin, or whomever else. So.
Well, see, but and I never think of this, but for like you and Stabby and Bob and Rachel. Yeah, actually, I think I got Rachel's number too. I got all of your phone numbers. I can send you texts if I want, or iMessages if you have an iPhone. But I never think about it. I always go to Facebook Messenger, which I left on my phone so I can still get messages because it's a text conversation between me and somebody else or me and a group of people.
Yeah.
That I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now I'm still the person though that if you call me to tell me something that you could have just texted, I'm going to get mad at you for wasting my time on the phone when I could have just read something, replied, and move on with life.
Yeah.
If you want to tell me about this new cool bionic leg you just got because the other one just happened to fall off at the gym the other day, that's totally a conversation we should have over the phone.
Yeah, but saying, hey, I'm at the store, I can't find the thing you want, what should I get? That's not a conversation.
Yeah. That's yeah. Or, hey, I'm just checking up on you.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle. I'm carrying 75 things, and I had to answer my goddamn phone because you couldn't send a fucking text message.
If it's like longer than 30 seconds, it's a phone call. So.
Hey, grandma died. That's a reason to call me with a short message.
Yeah.
My dog just threw up on the carpet. That is not a reason to call me. That's a text message.
Yeah, with the picture attachment, maybe.
Maybe. If the vomit made a pretty shape or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or how did it get behind there?
Hon, don't give me that look. You know if a dog threw up on the carpet and it happened to make a Mickey Mouse head, I want to see that.
I see.
Random and odd, I know. At the beginning of the year, if you started watching all the Marvel movies in order, by the time you finished Black Panther, the very next week would be the release of Infinity War.
Huh.
We tomorrow will be watching, I believe it's Doctor Strange, because we're that far into it. We just finished Civil War.
Nice.
And since Doctor Strange, I want to say Doctor Strange. Basically, that lets you know how close we are to actually getting to watch The brand new stuff. Vista Films. There we go. Yes, Doctor Strange is the one that we'll be watching tomorrow. And then the week, we had to watch 2 in 1 week because the Infinity War got pushed up a week.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Spider-Man, Thor Ragnarok, and then Black Panther. So we have
So many yet.
we have 4 weeks left of movies to watch at home before we get to go to the theater.
Nice. Now,
Yeah.
have you seen Ant-Man?
Ant-Man happened right after Age of Ultron.
All right, because that's the one movie I haven't seen yet.
You haven't seen Ant-Man?
I never got to go see it. I was like in the middle of like something or another at the time. And
Dude,
now my friend,
you will love Ant-Man. You will love it.
I've heard it's good, but I haven't seen it yet. I want to.
It's fantastic. And I've heard people say, you know, Marvel did great up until whatever movie, and they name a movie, and then it's because it wasn't what they were expecting, and then like, well, I didn't really like it. So some people have said that about Ant-Man. I've heard it said about Guardians 2. I've heard it said about Civil War. Basically, after, well, Age of Ultron killed things for a lot of people too, but I mean, Marvel hasn't had a miss yet. They have not.
Yeah, I can't argue that. So
Age of Ultron, while not spectacular, was not a miss. It was not. It was basically the Avengers fighting again with the Chitauri, which, okay.
Yeah.
Ultron is a great villain. He was just poorly executed, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah. And I still haven't seen Spider-Man: Homecoming or whatever.
It's it was a lot better. I had gone into it not really knowing what to expect, but I really liked it.
All right. Kind of wish they stuck with Tobey Maguire though, but that's just me.
I liked Andrew Garfield over Tobey Maguire, and I know a lot of people hated Andrew Garfield.
Really?
But I also am not a huge fan of Peter Parker anymore. That story, Peter Parker for me is what Batman and Superman is for the rest of the world movie-wise. That story has been told so many times. I just want something else.
Yeah, fair enough.
So when Sony and Marvel made their little deal, I was like, please bring Miles Morales in. And
yeah, I'm kind of hoping they do that.
But in Marvel and Spider-Man Homecoming, a seed is planted. Miles might be on the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Now I definitely want to see that.
And if you don't know what you're looking for, you might not know where to find it. And it's not it's a quick line drop, and if you don't know to listen for it, or you don't know the character saying it and what he's saying, you're not going to get it. But
all right, so you'd have to know the comics to appreciate it.
You have to, like, I as soon as I found out Miles Morales was coming in, I read everything I could with Miles Morales in it. So I know, and I collected his book for quite a while too. So I know the supporting cast basically. I know how that all operates, how everything fits into pieces. And when the movie happened and the line came out, I'm like, oh my god!
Nice.
So it's just a seed. So it's like Marvel putting the Infinity Gauntlet glove in Thor, the first one, and then understanding that, oh, we did this, and now we've got a big connected universe. Now what are we going to do? Well, in the Thor Ragnarok, you just have Hela go fake.
Yeah.
Are we boring you, hon?
Oh, you started down that path a long time ago. I pretty much stopped listening since the role-playing game.
Oh. You can play too. You want to play the role-playing game?
No.
Do you want to look at a theater full of people trying to kill each other?
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe I should bring it out to you because I bet you could display it better than I could.
I don't know. I'm working on my Etsy shop.
Okay. So it's let's see, it's 11:12 where you're at, right?
Yep.
Are you running on full tank of steam yet?
I'm either way. So this is my second beer, so
We got, well, I got an ice cream. Well, we both got ice cream drinks at Dutch Brothers, so I don't really want to start drinking immediately after that.
yeah.
Although it's been long enough, I could probably put a couple down now.
Well, you did finish your drink. By the way, we both had the same size, and mine is still here.
Right.
You did finish your drink, you know, in the first 15 minutes of the ride home.
It's a good drink apparently.
Yeah. Well, and it was a flavor.
I hated it. I took a sip of his and I hated it.
It was a flavor combination. They have a bunch of named drinks, and I've been basically getting different ones as often as possible. And this was one I hadn't gotten before, and it was awesome.
All
It
right.
sounds to me like it was even a new flavor entirely because I don't remember seeing that flavor on the list.
I don't remember seeing that name on the list either. So yeah.
And yours was,
the Majestic Forest.
and mine is the Fire Lizard.
I'll let her explain that while I go get something to drink and some chapstick.
Oh, chapstick would be great.
I'll get you some too.
Okay, mine is in the window by the front door, but you can get me any. So let me go here to their website because yeah, they do all kinds of crazy names for their drinks. Let's see. Well, like I said, the caramelizer is my drink, but thank you. All right. So, I think I like this one too. Never mind. I don't. The Astronaut is blackberry, raspberry, and almond.
Blackberry, raspberry, and almond.
Mm-hmm. The other day I was out with my friend and I had the bubble gum, and that was banana, strawberry, and vanilla. So the flavors come from the like the Torriani syrup, you know, that you can buy in a billion flavors.
Yeah.
And then the ice cream. Let's see, what else have we really liked? It's at the bottom of the fridge. I think it skittered all the way down the side of it. Double Rainbow is strawberry, peach, and coconut. No, I don't. I'm not gonna feel good. I know I'm not.
Strawberry,
Yes.
peach, coconut.
You dork. I had a flapjack, which is salted caramel, white chocolate, and vanilla.
Tell them what it tastes like.
What did it? Flapjack?
Yeah.
Didn't it? Wait, what did it taste like?
It tasted like maple syrup.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. My Fire Lizard that I'm drinking is strawberry, banana, and orange.
Oh.
The Golden Eagle is vanilla and caramel with caramel drizzle.
My go-to is the Electric Berry.
Okay, I went past that. Electric Berry is lime and blue raspberry.
Huh.
Oh, I'll be drinking both berry craft cider and pineapple cider.
Huh. Interesting.
There's the Laser Cat, which is raspberry and coconut.
Yeah. You make that face, but when you taste it, you're like, oh my God, they made perfection.
No, I'm just trying to picture it, and it just sounds like so weird.
And I like the Ninja because it's cream de menthe and white chocolate.
Now that I could see.
right?
could, like,
I'm trying to think of the weirdest one that I've had.
Let's see here. Pink flamingo. I think I had that one too. Peach,
Yeah.
strawberry, and white chocolate.
The raspberry truffle. It's not super weird, but it's so good.
Raspberry truffle is white chocolate, raspberry, and English toffee.
It is delicious. I didn't want to go with the electric berry the other day, and I was getting us both drinks, and I was scanning through them. Like, I stopped and like, I want a raspberry truffle.
Tiger's blood is strawberry and coconut.
Good stuff.
I see that working.
All the I haven't tried a vampire's blood yet, but all the bloods are good. So like, you should run across unicorn blood here in a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's the Vampire Slayer, not Vampire Blood.
Oh.
And the Vampire Slayer is strawberry and pomegranate.
The reason I haven't tried it is because I don't know if I'm going to like pomegranate.
Oh, they don't have the unicorn. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Don't mean to like get you worried.
Don't get me.
Sorry. Unicorn blood is strawberry, white chocolate, and almond. And then white zombie is white chocolate and vanilla.
Which I can only imagine is the blandest tasting drink on the
The one I had with caramel and vanilla was also very bland. I don't remember the name, but I didn't like that one either.
Like, I like the name of the birthday cake, and it makes me think that it's going to taste like cake batter, but then I think, and then I look at the ingredients and I think, I'm pretty sure that's going to be bland, so I want something with a little more pizzazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just named a few of them. There's got to be 50, 100, 75 here.
I know that when we get in this really long line, because, it's a drive-up window, so, I mean, we've got plenty of time to decide. I can go through and look, and, if I see one that I haven't tried, then I'll give her a shot, but otherwise I can scroll through and see what I'm in the mood for. The only one that I have tried and have not liked, like I wouldn't do it again, is the Erie, which is banana and coconut, I want to say, or banana and
I can go check. Is it with an E or an I?
I-R-I-E.
There we are. Oh, just banana and coconut.
So you could kind of taste the coconut, but the banana completely overpowered the rest of it. It was just so banana.
Oh.
It was just sad. I mean, the banana wasn't terrible, but I expected to have some coconut, and it's just not what I got.
Yeah.
What makes me sad is that the bookstore at the college I used to go to get my 2-year degree had toasted marshmallow Italian sodas. They were delicious. And I have been unable to reproduce that, even though I have the toasted marshmallow. And I've tried it with the cream. I've tried it without the cream. I've tried it with more soda. I've tried it with less soda. I just can't recreate it. I don't know how they made it. And it's sad because that was awesome. And now I don't know how to do it.
Tomorrow morning I can make you some coffee with the toasted marshmallow in it.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me like 14 extra squirts.
Maybe creative toasted marshmallow flavor.
The what about the flavor?
Maybe it's like a specific brand of flavoring that they use.
Oh, that we own it. It's the same one because I asked them about it before I got out of college, and they showed me the bottle.
Is that place still there? Do they still make it?
Oh, well, that's in North Dakota, so
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe he could call them.
Yeah, I could probably call them, I guess. But, I mean, Hi, this is the bookstore. How can I help you? Hi, I'm in Portland, Oregon, and I'm looking to get the recipe for your toasted marshmallow Italian soda.
You never know. It's not like you're going to be competing. You're a couple states away.
I used to be an avid customer of yours, and I just can't recreate it at home, so I need you to tell me how you make it.
Hey, why not?
It's crazy talk, man. It's crazy talk.
It could happen. I'll call them for you if you want.
I'm calling for a friend that used to go there. I'm in New Jersey, and he's in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, the story gets better.
My cousin's friend's dog's roommate's sister needs to have this recipe.
I was wondering if you could share. It's for a wedding coming up. Come on.
Yes. Yes. Have you, now, knowing that we have not, have you seen Ready Player One, the movie?
No. I actually am not sure about that movie.
Have you read the book?
No. It just seems to be like a whole lot of pop culture references, like Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim to me, no, the Scott Pilgrim movie, to me, I liked that story specifically. I just don't know if I could get into that whole world.
Yeah.
I would suggest Ready Player One, the book, read it or listen to it because it's read by Will Wheaton.
Nice.
Do that because yes, it is chock full. It's 8 ounces of pop culture references in a 4-ounce glass, but everything the way it's done, you're like, that's not annoying.
All right.
So, and the movie, they had to make some creative changes. Like they couldn't get a few rights to references, and Steven Spielberg didn't want all of his references in the movie, so he took some of those out, and they changed some things. But I've been told it's kind of good on its own. I've since I know what the story is, I haven't bothered worrying about spoilers on the movie, and I listened to 2 podcasts that have done reviews on it, and both of them they've had criticisms in areas I was worried about. Like there's about 4, 5, maybe 6 characters that you're kind of rooting for. But in the movie, I guess you're really only getting any background or depth on like 1, maybe 2 of them.
All right. Proper translation.
It would probably work better as a TV series, but I mean, I can still go to the movie and enjoy it for what it is. I won't have a problem with that. I would suggest reading the book so that you could get. I loved the book so much. I would read it again, or have Will Wheaton read it to me again.
Yeah.
Since I don't have time to sit anywhere and read.
Gotcha.
Except at night, and then it'll take us months to get through it.
Yeah. Do you watch or read the Expanse books?
The Expanse books? No.
The Expanse, the Expanse, the TV show, or the books that they're based off of?
No, I haven't heard of them. I don't follow much TV or whatnot. The only reason why I know Ready Player One is because it's so saturated in ads. I can't help it but, Ready Player One followed by a Ready Player One ad. After that, Ready Player One.
The follow-up novel, which is not a sequel, by Ernie Klein, who wrote Ready Player One, is called Armada. Armada was also really good.
And it's set in Beaverton, Oregon, which is the suburb to the west of Portland that my brother lives in.
All right. Cool.
But so The Expanse is based on a series of books written by two guys under one pseudonym, James S.A. Corey. And the Sci-Fi Channel got the rights to it and have been making they only finished 2 seasons. The 3rd season is about to start next month in like a couple of weeks tops. We are now listening to the book so that Trisha has all the background information that I have, because I've read up to, and I think I'm in the middle of book 4, but I'd stopped so that I can listen to everything again with her. But the TV series, critics, and I would agree with these critics, that the source material has been surpassed. That show is fucking awesome.
Huh. All right.
It's more hard sci-fi than you would be used to in a TV show.
All right. Now, I'm down with that.
It's let's see. It's on. Do you have Amazon Prime?
My dad has access to it, so.
It's free to watch. Both seasons are free to watch on Prime Video.
All right.
Now, the 3rd season, we have the Sci-Fi app, and we're hoping that the episodes are free and available to watch after they broadcast. So I'll watch them pseudo live. I mean, like in order as they go.
Yeah.
To be on season 3, but yeah, we're a third into book 1 of the. I think there's 7 books, maybe. There's like planned out 9 or something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
we're on book 1, and already Trisha and I have both pointed at the speaker we're listening at, of going, "Is that the one part?" And yep, it is.
Cool.
So we're already relating it to things in the TV show. And I've already kind of demonstrated to her, I'm like, okay, what you just finished hearing took us 6 chapters to get through, but was like 15 minutes in the show.
Huh.
And you don't question it at all. You're like, hey, that makes total sense on TV.
Nice.
Awesome.
So, you said it's what, on Amazon?
Yeah, Prime Video. The seasons are available free without any tinkering. So,
all right, cool.
As long as you have access through Amazon Prime, you have Prime Video.
All right, cool. I'll see if I can hold an account.
Yeah, I guess Amazon recently did a study where basically the Prime Video was a side effect of their Prime, just so they could kind of get as many people involved in the shipping as possible.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they found this out, but there are people that have signed up for Prime shipping that don't use it. They just wanted the Prime Video.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Well, and you get you also get Prime Music. There's free all kinds of CDs that you can listen to, all kinds of albums.
And I've been listening to that too recently.
Yeah, that's what we were listening to OK Go off of in the car.
I recognize
when I came to pick you up. And then I guess you can get they have a offering of like a choice of so many free Kindle books every month as well that you can get from them. And I've never done that, but I know that Rebecca does. She gets a free Kindle book every month.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of different perks that you may not even realize you get with that Amazon Prime membership. You know what you can also get with Amazon Prime shipping? My dog treats.
Please give us an ad for your treats.
Okay, well, the website is a really long address. And you have to put in the W's or it doesn't work. So it's kind of weird. So it's www.amazon.com/handmade/made by Trisha. And that gets you to my Amazon page. And like I said, on my Amazon page, you can get my dog treat shipped to you for free. And I guess I have more on there too. What else do I have on there? I have to go look. I've got Tug Toys. And I have cat toys and cat grass kits. Avocados, which are, oh, I have those. You know, I'm sitting in front of my tower of product.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta remember these things. Avocado, where are you? I just shipped a bunch of them. So, I have my little hand-stitched cat treat here that's stuffed full of catnip, and the pit on the avocado looks like a cat head, so it's an avocado. And then here I have a cupcake, and the cherry looks like a cat head.
Nice.
I'm working on it, but I haven't gotten them complete yet. I guess because I only have one. I also made a minion.
Awesome.
So he has catnip inside of him too. And there's cat treats. And then, well, there's not a whole lot of it on the website, but what I'm working on right at the moment are the clips. Clips. Gotta find some clips. There we go. More avocados. To go with DJ's bullet journaling, I started making decorated paper clips that go with journaling and such.
Nifty.
So they, yeah. Oh yeah, I look like my little avatar now with my new glasses.
Like that.
It's pretty
That's
funny.
cool.
Yeah, so I've got all kinds of little clips. I actually make the little tiles that are up here out of plastic. And then I also do some that are made with buttons instead, buttons that I just buy and sew on.
All right.
So,
Cool.
so yeah, that's my so it keeps my time occupied.
Recently, speaking of books, now that we're on the other side of the ad,
Show and tell.
yeah. There is a new genre of book called Lit RPG, and what that is short for is literature RPG. It was started by Russians writing about people going into video games and not being able to come out. It's kind of expanded from that. I just finished listening to book 1 of Bushido Online.
Huh.
That one's not a I'm trapped in the system. That one's a guy loses his sight in a fighting contest, and this is the only way he can see is with neural stimulation in this game. So he's spending a lot of time in it. But it's weird because it's you're like listening to a book, you're getting a story, but you're also getting all the information as if you were running around in an MMORPG. Because like the Bushido Online, he's like, and then he looked at this guy, and then it gives all the stats, like gives the name and then the level and how many hit points they have, and I'm like, it kind of takes you out of it for a second, but then as I listened, it was just naturally part of it. What, hun?
I just need to point out that my name is spelled Tricia.
All right. I wasn't sure. That's why I put it in the chat thing.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I fixed it. But yeah, my name is spelled Tricia
The correct way.
For my online. If I could, I would register. I don't really have a way to like register a second shop with my name spelled wrong, but if I could, I would. Like when I first started my business 14 years ago, I did have the incorrect spelling of my name as a domain registered that redirected to my website, as well as the correct spelling, just because I know that it's most commonly spelled with an SH.
That's all.
Okay.
So yeah, do you know about these lit RPG things?
No, a friend of mine actually told me about it a few months ago, and I haven't had time to check them out. But
Most of the settings in these games are in like fantasy worlds, and I'm not really interested in the fantasy genre. So I found the Bushido Online, which is set in samurai era Japan. So I mean, it's kind of like you've got character classes and stuff like that. But I mean, that drew me in to that, and I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for book 2, which I think is out. And then now that I've heard that, I also found one that says sci-fi attached to it, because there are categories where I'm searching, and that one seems to be set in space. And I even found one that lists itself as lit RPG, and the description includes, if you like all the power up, level up, skill tree stuff, but you don't like the virtual online game portion of it. And I'm like, sign me up. So I'm going to listen to that one next. But it's weird. So some of the ideas I've always wanted to write books on are kind of video gamey. I could totally just make it a virtual online. I could write lit RPG.
Cool.
Well, you could write the beginning and the middle of it at least.
Yeah, and then I would lose interest and stop.
Yeah. You need to find somebody else that just likes to write endings.
I need to find somebody that likes to write middles and endings, so that I can get the beginning all set up. They can do part of the middle. I can do the latter part of the middle, and then they can do the ending.
So I don't know how they write together, but you said that the Expanse books have 2 authors. So
the 2 guys that write the Expanse, each of them takes a set of characters and they write independently of each other with basically each chapter in these novels is a different character perspective. The first, fourth, and so on. And so they each control a couple of characters. They write chapters in each of their character perspectives and then get together to make sure that they got and break apart again and write more character perspectives, and that's how they assemble their books, which I think is interesting.
All right.
Well, you just have to work with somebody who can write the way you need to be written with.
I need somebody, basically I need someone exactly like me, someone not middle and beginning, but it's like I would be fueled by another person writing, so I would get to read their stuff and we would kind of, end up towards a goal, but I would keep them enthused and they would keep me enthused so that we could get through novels.
Double thumbs up.
For this podcast, we just did a bunch of thumbs up and smiles, so you missed out on.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get another drink. So
You do that.
Right back.
My video started cutting out really bad all of a sudden. So I didn't hear most of your explanation. Not that I want you to say it again.
Right.
Please don't.
So the reason I started listening to that book in the first place is because I ran into a spot where I was running really low on podcasts, because I had like a big buildup all of a sudden, and then so I whittled it down, and while I've been listening to the book, I got 2 or 3 more podcasts, so I could listen to the podcast, or I can podcast build up even.
I heard some of that.
Oh. Your video seems to be behind on my end.
Okay.
So, viewer, if you would like to chat with us, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, oh my phone is like really hot. That could be part of it.
Okay. If you would like to chat with us, viewer, we are on tlk.io/thegreatestshow, the chat. So I'll switch over there real quick. All right, boop, so that I reclaim the, there we go. Yeah. I just wish, I wish I could. Go ahead.
I wish that it would show me a little number on the tab for the chat if somebody messages, but I have to keep going back to check because it does not.
It should. Well, it used to actually. I think maybe they updated it. I wish it would show me who's watching, like their username. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got. For those that don't know, I was on an episode of Fear the Boot about Bujo RPG, which is what I created. I recently connected with a dude who wants me to write a short story for an anthology he's working on, and I'm going to complete tomorrow, by the way. And he was recently on Fear the Boot, and he even made a call out to me, so that was pretty awesome. But he just sent me a message. I've been trying to get him either on this show or my Spectre show. And our schedules are not meshing up. I invited him to tonight, but his wife is Jewish, and today's Passover. Yeah. So that kind of didn't work. But and it's not like we'll never get you on then. And it's just okay. Well, we'll try again. And let's see here. It's possible we'll have him on next weekend then. You got the comic I sent you, the graphic novel?
Yeah, Dark Matter.
Yeah, have you read it?
Yeah, I finished it like within a week and a half.
Okay, because I haven't read it yet. Did you about the other one? Did you get Verticome?
Not yet. I've been sucked up into school, but it's on my to-do list.
So basically, we both need to read the same graphic novel to have that person on, because I've read Verticome and you've read Dark Matters. So now we need to flop it so we can have them both on. That's funny. Wow, I think he's going to be on next week.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, we have a viewer too, in case you wanted to know.
Hello, viewer.
That's what I said too. So, did you see The Last Jedi?
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked it. That whole lady being made while they were escaping, not the best of scenes, but you know, I think she was. I think she was a poorly designed character.
The purple-haired lady.
Yeah.
Here is what I have discovered that Disney is doing that I am not a big fan of. With George Lucas, we would get all the necessary information for a character in a movie. So it wouldn't be drop them in our lap and we just expected to respect/trust them. We were given background on them, or through actions would learn to be on their side.
Yeah.
What Disney is doing is we've built this character up in a comic or a book, and then we're going to throw them on screen and then kill them. Well, I've been given no reason to give a rat's ass about that character, because I am not going to jump through all the hoops that the super fans are just to have a complete story. If you're not going to present it to me in a place, all the other stuff should enhance the movie.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be required for the movie. Now, I have my ranking of the saga films. That saga films, by the way, do not include Rogue One. It will not include Solo. It will not include the other Star Wars story. Basically, if it's not a numbered episode, it's not in the list. And I know all the Star Wars fans will cry out in agony and suddenly be silenced at that. That's a reference, by the way. My all-time favorite saga movie is Revenge of the Sith. I think it's the best movie of the entire saga because it's got everything you want. It's got the build-up and formation of Darth Vader. It's got lots of lightsaber battles. It's got intrigue. You get to see lots of planets. Could the dialogue be better? Sure. But you know what? That doesn't kill the movie. Second on my list is Empire Strikes Back. Most people consider that one the best, but I have removed that with Revenge of the Sith. So that's just the way my list goes. I have now placed The Last Jedi in the third spot. And I had it pointed out to me recently that the three movies that I like at the top of the list all have the villains winning in the end. But Last Jedi goes up there because it's overall, it's not a formula Star Wars movie. It's not when Rey handed the lightsaber over, Luke didn't automatically go into wax poetic about, oh, how I need to train you and do this and do that. No, it was I'm trying to end myself and be hidden. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Don't bring that crap over here.
Oh.
Did I like the chase scene? I could kind of go without it. But I base all of my Star Wars movies off of the lightsaber battles, which is why I don't have a problem with the prequels. All of the lightsaber battles in all the movies are great, except for A New Hope. Yeah. But it was the first one, and everybody's like, oh, it's the best movie. It's not the best movie.
No, it's up there, but not the best.
So while upon multiple watchings of The Force Awakens, I would say that I'm more happy with it after the 5th or 6th or 7th watching than I was when I first watched it, because honestly, that is fan wank. It's J.J. Abrams saying, I don't want to offend any of the hardcore fans, so here's the movie. Well, come on.
It definitely was a homage, but I also see it as like a setting the new stage. Like, hey, this is no longer them being the first trilogy that we saw with Luke and Leia and Han.
Honestly, their big mistake was doing a giant planet-killing planet. That was just, it's been done. All right, we don't need to see it again. Don't rehash the same ideas.
Yeah. Working, episode 6? We don't need to see it in episode 7.
Right. And episode 6, it was just thrown in there because the original plan was to have Boba Fett be the main villain, and then George decided, this is just going to be a trilogy, and I'm not going to worry about the next 3 movies. So we're going to find out all about Darth Vader, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Yeah. You know what? I'll even let that pass. I'll let it pass. Because it gave my wife Ewoks.
I base my liking on these fuzzy creatures in the movie, like porgs.
Yeah.
Good movie.
All I heard
Ewoks are
was-
cute. Good movie.
All I heard was almonds cracking.
She bases all her movies off of the cuteness of peripheral characters like porgs and Ewoks.
All right.
And porgs were created because they couldn't get rid of the puffins off the island, so they had to create a Star Wars version of a puffin.
I read that, so nifty idea to solve a problem.
I just hope they keep the puffin that hung out on the Millennium Falcon and leave him on the Millennium Falcon hanging out with the crew, because that would be the thing. Hey, we got a porg, yo.
You're gonna see you have fuzzy dice. I got a port.
Right? Totes got a porg, man. That might be the name of the episode. Totes got a porg.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, don't they need to do something kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy and do a movie of Chewie when he was a rebellious teenager?
I could see him with the mohawk.
So, when Rogue One was first announced, I wasn't initially interested, but then I was told it was basically a heist movie. And then I saw some of the visuals, and I thought, I'm into a heist idea, so I want to see Rogue One. So I went into Rogue One in the theater. Now we've got Solo that's out. I don't know, even after seeing what I've seen, I don't know that I care enough to see it in the theater. Sure, I'll watch it on iTunes when it's available to rent, but I'm not a huge Han Solo fan. I mean, he's integral to the saga. I understand that. I just don't need Disney to go, we're missing 15 minutes of Han Solo's life. Let's make a movie about it because we need to have every gap filled.
Fair enough.
Will it be interesting? I'm sure it will. Will I enjoy it? I believe I will. Am I super excited to watch it in the theater multiple times and drag Trisha to it every time? No.
Although you should.
In fact, I am unlikely to see it in the theater.
Really?
Make her super happy. I'm just going to wait till it comes out.
All right.
I mean, you saw the new couch.
If anyone from Apple ever views this and or listens to it, listen very carefully. I will pay $10 to rent a movie that is supposed to be quote unquote in theaters so that I can watch it at home. $10. Get it done so that I can stop going to the theater altogether.
I think they're already working on that.
That would be spectacular.
What about renting movies through Fandango? I don't know how new of movies they offer, but I know I keep getting emails from them.
Why don't you bring up a list of their newest offerings and then we can gauge how long it is from when they come out. Hey, I haven't drank in so long that I am already buzzed and I'm only on my second one.
No.
Like my head feels weird.
Oh, that's because you're rubbing the spot that's not supposed to be rubbed.
My leg isn't like shooting up in the air here though.
Yeah, it just did.
No, that's because I showed you that's what it would be doing if I was rubbing that spot. No, it says.
Oh, well, I thought it was a little flop. Delayed reaction.
Yeah. Did I get you into bullet journaling, or that isn't something you do?
We had mentioned it, and I hadn't had the chance to look at it, but I do remember it, and I'd be interested in checking it out in the future. So
Because
right
if I can get you into bullet journaling and you then test out the whole Bujo RPG aspect of it, I would totally bring you in on the Boo Journey, which is Bujo RPG 2, so that you could help develop some side stuff, and then we could both be in on that venture.
All right. Send me a link to the stuff that you have so I can look it over, and I won't forget.
Yeah, because the 2 is it's more, there's more story involved, but it's got some mechanics to work with that. So
All right. Cool.
and what I am hoping to be able to do is to use, if you choose a story chunk and you order that and you get it and you run through it, rather than starting over if you get a different story, I'm trying to figure out how to make that so you can take all your levels and stuff and just port it over to the next one and just go down that story as is. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm working on that.
So it says the latest movies to rent: Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, Justice League, Thor: Ragnarok, The Shape of Water.
So it's all the stuff that iTunes has as brand new out also.
It seems like it must be. Downsizing with Matt Damon. Told you I wanted to see that one.
I also want to see that.
Cool. It's something.
So iTunes and Apple, I will pay $10 to watch in-theater movies here at my house. $10.
Hell, I'll do 12.
No, guys, you're not supposed to outbid each
No,
other.
this isn't a bidding war, man.
Because I'm not going to offer to pay $15.
Oh, I'm saying total at $22. I've got a popcorn machine. That's saving me like the extra $2.
I want a popcorn machine too.
So go get one. So worth it.
I keep telling her that, and she keeps saying no.
I don't want to be responsible for 100% of the cleaning and maintenance.
She won't be, but she doesn't listen to me. There is one thing that
I won't be because we won't have one. Oh God, there's a cat staring at me.
There is one thing that I will be purchasing in the future that she will not be able to say no to. Not because that she doesn't have the option, but because I won't listen. There are two things that I have demanded since we have been a couple. The first thing is I will own a new car, a brand new car that I put all of the reasonable amount of miles on there. We now own that car. The second thing, I will own the pinball machine of my choice. Own it. Not rent it, not borrow it. Own it. It will be my pinball machine.
All right.
But it's not going to happen in this condo.
There are some space concerns where we're at, yes. Is that going to stop me from getting it and putting it in this place? No. It will just mean that we have to make room for it because it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. I will own a pinball machine. And now I've come up with the name of the show. It's I Will Own a Pinball Machine.
That sounds like an awesome title.
Well, it's between that or Totes a Porg, so...
Pinball machine it is.
So, if you would have asked me 5 years ago what the pinball machine is that I wanted to own, it would have been the Tron pinball machine. Because... the Tron Legacy pinball machine. Because it appeared at one of our retro gaming conventions, but I knew about it beforehand, and having now played it also, I would have said that would have been pretty... it would have been pretty high on the list. There's also a Star Wars pinball machine that I played in Okinawa, Japan when I was deployed there that I also really enjoyed. Now, there's a company that still makes brand new pinball machines.
Really?
I've looked at their back catalog, and there's a couple of themes that I would love to own. So that should also make her breathe a sigh of relief that I'm not looking to own a brand new, fresh out of the box pinball machine. I'm willing to get one that I would enjoy. I would also, actually, I would have had to say, not necessarily the Tron Legacy, the Doctor Who pinball machine. I love that one. And Trisha loves that one too. Now that she's
I
played
like
it.
that one.
I used to own a video emulator of it, and it's just, the only drawback is it stops at the 7th Doctor because that's when it came out.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. If you do it, update it to include all the Doctors, boom, that would be hands down it. In fact, I haven't even looked to see if there's a modern Doctor Who pinball machine.
Would be awesome if they did.
It would be. It would be. And I don't know the name of the company right off the top of my head, but if you did a rudimentary search of brand new pinball machines, that company made the Tron pinball machine. They also made a Transformers one for the movie, the Michael Bay movies. I know that there's been I don't even know what the newest one is, but I mean they're the only ones producing brand new pinball machines.
Yeah.
And I've long been a pinball fan. Like, if you put me in front of a video game or a pinball machine, I'll play the pinball machine almost every time.
All right.
His postal union quite a while ago had a pinball
Tournament.
There's the word. And there's a place that has a bunch of pinball machines that we all walked over to, and we each got to play 3 different machines, and they made they set up a scoring system so that they could score all of them equally against each other. And so we had this tournament. And I have never sucked at pinball more than I did that day. It was every machine I played, the ball would go straight down the center with no way of touching it.
Oh.
Immediately after being launched, every single time.
Without getting into what the pinball machine's theme was, basically they had like 8 to 10 pinball machines, and it was basically one from every era. So I mean, there was like the super old one, and then there was one a little bit newer than that, and one a little bit newer than that. It kind of went like that.
Like every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I would say every 5 to 6 years. So I mean, the newest one that I could think of right off the top of my head was Spider-Man, but I don't remember if it was the Tobey Maguire or the Andrew Garfield version. But it had a video screen going on, and it was modern. So I mean, it was fairly complicated. And yeah, what I discovered is that if I played on one of a certain age, count me out. I can't even do it. I have to play on the new ones.
Really?
I apparently sucked ass on the old ones.
Well, It was definitely the older ones that I had more of a problem with, but I was awful the entire day. I did so bad on my first 3 games that the guy doing the scoring goes, "I didn't see that. Go try again."
Wow.
It was that bad. I don't think I did much better the second round, but I mean, I don't play pinball a lot, but I have just never had that bad of luck playing them.
What I told them to do next time is, for those of us that want to have a actual score competition, and it took a really long time to explain this to the coordinator, pick one machine. Let's just use the Spider-Man machine in this instance. Pick the Spider-Man machine. Everyone that wants to have a score competition, we put an extra $5 into the pot for the charity that we were basically paying for.
Yeah.
And then the winner with the highest score on that machine with X number of attempts, and you only take the top score, wins the plaque or whatever they were giving away. And it took a really long time for him. He was like, well, I want to include everybody. I'm like, no. This is separate. So we still do the same thing. But if I and Trisha and Jim Bob and Joe Smith and Pete Walters, if we all want to do this, We put in the extra $5 to compete on literally one machine, one score, X number of attempts. I guess we can consider that for next time. Good, because that's what I was hoping for. I mean, I understand how they did it and why they did it the way they did it, but if there are some of us that want to be uber competitive and pitch in the extra money, I'm totally willing to pitch into the pot for this. And not winning the money, I understand, because we're doing this for a charity, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But winning the prize of the plaque.
yeah. I would like to be able to say nobody could beat my score on Spider-Man because, you know, I had it down and boom, I'm the champion. Yeah, and that would be because they broke it down into age ranges also, which was fine because obviously the super young kids weren't supposed to be as competitive as the super old people. And the person that would have won the ultimate prize overall was 5.
What?
So we got scored 3 times, and like she said, certain scores equaled so many points. This kid perfected all 3 scores according to the scoring on the machines that he picked. Just randomly hitting it was very embarrassing. I mean, he would have won the whole thing had they had an overall prize.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Imagine how embarrassed those of us that were, you know, we thought, yeah, we're doing really good. And, you know, he would have completely dominated. But he wouldn't have dominated in a one score, one machine system because that would have required, you know, a little bit of skill.
All right.
I gotta comb my cat.
Yeah, you do. Hey, viewer, if you go to tlk.io/thegreatestshow and you tell me who your favorite host is tonight, Metal Jesus, my wife Trisha, or me, I'll mail you a prize.
No, it's not me. I'm sorry. I'm sending you Judy.
Depending on who you pick, the prize will get better or worse.
No, I will mail you a Funko Pop and a couple of comic books, maybe a graphic novel. No guarantees on what it is. Be a grab bag. It'll be a grab box of stuff, but it'll be geeky.
Maybe some dog or cat treats if you have a pet.
There you go. You heard it. The owner of the company will give you some stuff.
Maybe I'll send you my cat. She comes with fleas. Like bonuses there.
So the reason our cat has fleas is there was a bunch of kittens on my route, and we went and loved on them, and apparently at least one of them had fleas, and we brought them home, and now our cat is harboring fugitives, i.e. fleas. Yeah, it's rather disappointing. But
Yeah.
it took her from hating the comb that's being used to her demanding the comb to be used on her.
I can't move my phone in the right direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm combing her with a flea comb, and she loves it. She'll start purring when I start combing her.
And she even loves the other comb that we always want to use, which takes all the excess fur off of her. Yeah.
And she never wanted to be brushed before this happened. Kitty, kitty. You know how when cats get scared, they get that ridge of fur that goes down their back that sticks up?
Yeah.
It's like she has that all the time.
Really?
So, I mean, her middle name is Godzilla, so we kind of figure that's her spiky lizard back.
All right.
So to set off all the alarms, our cat's name is Isis. She's a holy terror, and she's the bomb as a cat.
Hello, CIA. I said that word.
Or NSA or FBI, all of you. I just wanted to alert you to watch this
Well-
show.
And don't forget that black cats matter.
She looks unhappy that you did that.
She is. She's very unhappy that I did that. Here, I'll comb her some more and she'll sit down. There we go. Oh, she's whipping me with her tail now.
You know, I wonder if our viewer, hun, is the person that used to watch you cook a lot.
Oh, you mean like related to me?
Yeah,
Oh,
you should totally ask.
okay. I mean, it's pretty late for them.
Hey, Metal Jesus is up and it's past midnight for him.
Yeah, but they go to church.
What, I don't? No, I do, but that's just rhetorical.
Hey, you know, Metal, if you come out here, I'll cut your hair for free, and it doesn't matter how long it is. And I won't just shave it. I was a barber in the Navy, and I know what I'm doing.
Alright, well. I just sent you something, also.
Oh, boy. Can't wait.
My mom isn't on the internet.
Where is that cat?
That's Mel's cat, one of her cats that loves me, so. The cat's name is Vincent, and he just fell in love with me, like, since day one, so.
Do you have shared custody of her cat?
Did
No.
you get a parting gift on your way out? The cat?
Let's just say I've been clawed quite a bit because of that cat.
Wait, where did you send it? Where?
Oh,
It's
well,
he just texted it to me. But basically, Facebook messaged it to me.
Got it. Okay.
I'll put it in group chat, but
Kitty,
Yeah.
kitty.
Well, I offered a Funko Pop, one of the most popular types of toys, free. I won't even charge you. I'll just send it to you.
Oh, kitty, kitty. Oh, my AirPods are dying. He's got some big ears on him.
that he does.
He kind of looks like a scrawny version of. He looks like a scrawny version of our ample kitty.
Ample?
Ample? Maybe she doesn't know that word. She's not mad at me.
It's
Kitty.
possible. So, do you have evenings available, Mr. Jesus?
Tuesday and Wednesday nights I've got class, but other nights during the week I'm free.
Okay, because you know that I'm complaining a lot about having to work a lot at work, but I mean, if I'm able to scrape together a night or two, then we can totally role play. I am also kind of, since I connected with this other guy that's been on Fear the Boot now, and he's a role player also. I'm kind of hoping that he might also want to role play and thus have like a local group of people that would want to play anything other than D&D, because I do not want to play D&D.
Yeah, understandable.
There's a whole conversation going on apparently, and I'm not privy to it. What's going on here?
It's pretty cool going on about work, so.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
God damn it,
I
kitty.
kind of want another beverage, but I
Well,
don't. Are we going to be on long enough for one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to come out and get one.
I've got a whole one right here.
Sweet. I'll get at least that much. I'll only get one this time instead of two.
All right.
Keep Trisha entertained.
I'm brushing a cat.
Awesome.
This is not good. I think I found 6 fleas on her tonight.
Ouch.
And this is the second time I've combed her today. It's like all of a sudden they're just exploding again. I think they hatch every day. Kitty, kitty. I bet if we had a guinea pig, our cat wouldn't have fleas. I know that doesn't make any sense, but anything I can say to get a guinea pig.
Yeah, I was wondering where the guinea pig came in, but go for it.
So the plan with the guinea pig, I laid it out for her. Trish agrees. That's how it should go.
But I still am gonna bug for one.
Yeah. The idea is I want to take Trisha to Hawaii next year.
Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. I didn't know that. I mean, I probably knew that, but I forgot.
So I want to take her to Hawaii next year. And rather than leave the guinea pig in care of somebody else, just wait to get the guinea pig till we get back, and then we can get multiple guinea pigs, because I would like multiple guinea pigs.
The cat is rubbing on the stick holding my phone up.
I'm getting sick. Oh.
Oh, cat.
So that's the idea. And I wanted to take her to Vegas in May, but she's already doesn't want to go to Vegas.
How can you not want to go to Vegas?
Well, it's mainly because of how much money we've spent in the last few months.
So yeah, we
I'm assuming you don't want to go to Vegas immediately. You're not going now. Just wait a few months.
Well,
So-
he only has vacation, I think, 2 more times this year.
3.
Oh,
So at the at the end of the year, a list will go around of available weeks to take off, and basically in seniority order, and know that I am at the very bottom, very near the bottom of the seniority order. We all get to claim the first time around, we can claim up to 3 weeks, but they have to be connected to each other. And then the second round, we can just claim as we have available left for weeks to take. So I get 4 weeks a year currently where I'm at, which I'm farther along in the amount of weeks I get because I have military service that counts. So this year, I didn't want to take 2 or 3 weeks in a row because last year I took basically the entire month of May off. And when I got back, my body let me know that was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It took me over a week to recover to get back into the swing of things. When I got back, it was fine. No problem. But yeah, I was gone. I was gone for 21 days because the route that I have, my long weekend just happened to be the weekend going into my vacation, which I had not been able to plan because I didn't know I had that week when I voted on that particular chunk of time.
All right.
So yeah, I had 21 straight days off, and that week was really rough. That got me back. It was bad. So I would like to take more than 7 days to take her to Hawaii. So I'd like to take a 2-week chunk next time. And then I can take my other 4 weeks wherever. But, or the other 2 weeks wherever. But, so what I noticed at the station that I'm at, we have a lot of routes. Therefore, we have a lot of carriers that bid on these vacation slots. The first go round, wide open. I can choose literally any area I want. I can get anything that I want. Round 2, I'm looking at the board, trying to space out my vacation in spots that somewhat make sense without sticking me in the worst, like, without, like, week off, work a week off, that type of situation.
Yeah.
Because it filled up fast. Wow. So what I did this year, because I didn't want to take multiple weeks in a row, was I took something in January because I couldn't get my birthday week off anymore because I didn't choose it first. Took the week after. I'm taking the week of food drive off because I didn't want to carry during food drive again for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
And then I took right after, I took like, I want to say it's late September or early October. And then in December, right before Christmas hits, like the actual day of Christmas, just to space it out so that I would have, you know, spaced out rather than 3 weeks of vacation and then nothing for the rest of the year.
All right.
Yeah. But the Hawaii, I'd like to take a couple weeks off. And I'm hoping she agrees with this methodology, but I'd like to take that closer to a winter month than I would a summer month because I don't want to be in Hawaii with 157 degrees during the day.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's summer.
I just want to ask if you guys saw the chat window.
I hadn't opened it up again, then I the tlk.io.
Yeah.
According to Tab, I don't have any. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I don't even know what comment that was, but thank you, Tab. You're cool.
Email. So Tab here, I'm sending you how to get the stuff. Tab, if you email me at spectre.com, gmail.com. Thank you. Boom. It's been responded to. Oh, that didn't work. Shoot.
Oh.
The email address screwed up, Tab. Hang on. Damn it.
I can fix it.
I sent another one.
Okay. My autocorrect isn't as pushy as it is on a phone.
And that wasn't my issue. It didn't put a space after the word at, so my email address just got added to at. I suppose I could go register it real quick.
Yeah, because your email address isn't confusing enough with the .com in it twice.
I know. If I had a server that I knew how to operate the email on, I would totally have a like webmaster at emeraldspectre.com or me at emeraldspectre.com. Or even better, Emerald Spectre at emeraldspectre.com.
Then the next time we have to call Apple tech support, you can explain your email address to them.
I don't know why I can't give them my Apple ID, like the email address that comes from using that one email address.
Uh-huh.
Holy crap, we got 3 viewers.
Hi, viewers.
Oh, one of them dropped off. We still have 2, but hey, 2's better than none. I wonder if that means somebody saw my comment about mailing the free gift out, which has already been claimed, I'm sorry, by Tab.
Please say we'll have more gifts next week.
Yeah, I'm totally, there's stuff that I have that I don't want to store anymore, and it's geeky, and it's it's not junk. I'm not like trying to offload like a box full of random rolled up, crinkled up comics or anything. Everything's readable. Some of it's signed.
I was thinking of other, possibly more illegal stuff, but yeah, that works too.
Hey,
Just saying.
you can't mail weed. All right, not even in a state where it's legal, you can't mail weed. That's because it's federally wrong.
I wasn't thinking of weed, but wait to know about other Kevin.
I'd ask you to elaborate, but we're on camera, live broadcasting.
Last time he was on camera, he said he drank bong water. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but hey, you do you, Kevin. Just saying.
I've never even smelled bong water, and it's not even something I would want to smell.
I'm leaving that conversation as it is. I'm not judging. It's just what he said.
That's what she said.
I am not questioning Kevin Gourick's identity, sexual or otherwise. He could be gender fluid. He could be gender fluid.
He's moving though. We can say about whatever we want about him this week.
Yeah.
We should have a guest next week. We should have a guest next week. You know, I should see if he wants to come over or meet somewhere and broadcast there. But then I can't use my podcast studio, and that's the whole point of this podcast studio is to podcast.
Then bring him into the intersanctum. Excuse me. Bring him in, broadcast him there.
Are you choking on a dick? Is that what's going on there?
No, it's just hiccup.
Okay. Just making sure.
Thank you for caring.
I care. I care.
I can tell.
No, you can't. Look at me.
Your
And
face
if Tab is still watching, I'm not looking to. I just want to send you the stuff because I haven't gotten the email yet. I'm literally just looking to send you the stuff. I'm not going to stalk you. Just want to send you stuff. That's all I want to do. Because you're awesome for watching. Did I freeze? No.
Nope.
I had to hold this. I can make animals on the background. Woo! Woo!
Oh my god. Wait, are you making a butterfly that hoots like an owl? What were you doing?
I was doing whoo! Woo! I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't had alcohol in a long time.
It was more confusing the second time.
Yeah. The Greatest Show. 75% more confusing than normal. Have we talked to you since they announced that Jodie Whittaker was going to be the new Doctor?
No.
What do you think of that?
I'm intrigued. I saw her in Broadchurch, and I liked how she acted. So I'm very curious as to the new season.
I'm not opposed to it.
Neither am I.
I'm excited. I'm a fan, as is indicated by my T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna go, you only live forever. But I knew the instant that the Master became Missy that the Doctor was not far behind. So
Yeah. I like how they did that, though, and I like Michelle Rodriguez he did an awesome job with Mistress. So
Well, and Tom Baker was the first one to suggest that he might regenerate into a woman way back in the 70s, or actually the 80s. But they decided to stick with males.
all right.
So, I mean, this has been a long time coming, and I guess maybe we can look at it as the not the somebody new took over in this new era to do this, but more along the lines of maybe you have to spend your first 13 regenerations as one sex, and then it starts being more fluid. Is a story way to describe it.
All right.
Although I've never been a big fan of the hard limitation. When David Tennant started talking about, because somebody, maybe it was Sarah Jane Smith, asked him, well, how many times can you regenerate? And he's like, I don't know, 596. I thought they got rid of the 13 limit right there, but then they went back to it for the 50th. And I'm like, come on. You've already made him the most unique individual in the universe. Why not just leave that open-ended? Like, it's been suggested that the three founders of Gallifreyan society, Rassilon, Omega, and the other, that the Doctor is the other. I don't know why you couldn't have just left it open-ended like that, and then those three could regenerate as many damn times as they want.
Yeah.
Just seems a bit weird to me.
I don't know. Stephen Moffat as a show lead, not that great. As a writer, though, he's been awesome. He's done some awesome stuff, but
He's got as many not awesome episodes as he does awesome episodes. But when he's on, he's really on.
yeah.
But when he's off, it's like, I don't know about that. But as a showrunner, it's like, I'm a fan and I want to do fan things. No.
Yeah, it's like George Lucas doing the first 3 episodes.
No.
No more Jar Jar Binks. And that's what he did.
Star Wars has always been for a certain age group, and the rest of us just happen to be in an age that enjoys it also. So the people that don't like Jar Jar Binks, while I don't like Jar Jar Binks, the Jar Jar Binks of the original trilogy are the Ewoks. The Ewoks got a huge backlash for being introduced into Star Wars. Now they're defended. Oh, they're integral to the entire saga.
No.
I'm just saying that every iteration is going, well, if George Lucas was doing it, every iteration would have had something that we didn't like. I'm not a big Jar Jar Binks fan, and I can totally space out the scenes with him in it. I mean, he's totally unnecessary in my mind to the story. I'm not going to stop watching the prequels just because of it. And I'm not going to be the person that goes, well, the prequels don't exist in my world. You can't hate almost half of something and claim to be a fan of it. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, Pierce.
Every single movie in Star Wars has a redeeming factor. Every single one. And it's a redeeming factor to the point to where you should still include it in your list.
It's debatable.
No. Phantom Menace. Darth Maul, the whole Sith rule of 2 thing going on. On top of that, so the second reason is Darth Maul versus the 2 Jedi. The third reason is that we start getting background on Darth Vader, which is the saga. The first 6 films are about Darth Vader. The second movie does not have that many. The second movie, unfortunately, only has 1. And that is we get to see Yoda actually fight with a lightsaber, and that is the most epic lightsaber battle up to that point we had ever seen.
So you wanted to see CGI just bounce around the screen like a pinball machine. A methed out Kermit the Frog with a lightsaber. Just be critical here.
We were told about the awesome lightsaber skills of Yoda, and then we got to see them, and it was more than I had expected. More.
Don't get me wrong, it was awesome, but the movie sucked.
And so that Tabitha knows, or Tab, I got her email. And it will be awesome.
Oh,
It's
Tab.
free. It's free. What can you say? I just have to make sure it's not super heavy. Anyway, the third Star Wars movie, obviously, Revenge of the Sith, I feel is the best of the saga. Therefore, there is too many redeeming factors to list. The fourth one, Episode 4, is the fact that it was the first one. It kind of sets up everything for everybody. I believe the watching order is 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Well, I'd say Rogue One, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Don't include Rogue One. It's not a saga movie.
Personal distinction, but kind of explains that glaring plot hole up until they made Rogue One.
There's not a glaring That's not plot hole. That's not a glaring plot hole. It's just the first thing we ever heard about in the Star Wars universe because it's the first thing to roll up on the screen.
Like, how do you miss this big space that can kill your planet killer? Oh, it was designed and they ignored it because, well, he didn't tell them about it.
No, the whole idea.
$1
The whole idea is Star Wars is based on the serials that George Lucas used to go to the theater to watch, which is things happen between each episode that kind of get you along in the story faster, rather than what happened between Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, which literally picks up 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Just saying that, there's a little bit of like, how do they miss this thing that can kill their whole weapon of mass destruction? Okay, I'll buy that. He says, I decided to have this floor, but they believe in me, so they won't ask questions. People are that stupid.
We just have to remember that Star Wars is a fantasy, and it's not sci-fi.
Well, yeah, space wizards. Fucking space wizards.
Space wizards and space samurai with laser swords.
Well, yeah, those are the space wizards. So,
yes.
plus Kermit the Frog is 9 million years old.
900.
Same difference.
Whatever. I assume that my wife jumping off means that it is too late for her to be on because she's getting tired. So that's probably a good cue.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for joining us again this night.
Thank you for having me.
We will definitely invite you next weekend when I hope to have our guest.
So, hopefully.
And hopefully we can get, I don't know, Stabby on or Bob or anyone.
So, Tabitha, if you're out there, feel free to watch again.
Yes, invite your friends and show them all. And if you're wanting to know what my personal feeling on what our best episode is of this show, it's the one that has Quinny on it, which is 134, I think. It's got Batman riding a shark as the cover, and that's the one you want to watch. That one ranks high on my top 10 of greatest shows.
Cool.
So, great conversation. And I know him, and he's a podcaster too. But anyway, we will see you in the future, Mr. Jesus.
I'll see you then.
Until next time, to our one viewer and anyone listening, bye-bye.
Au revoir. Peace.